American Airlines Flight 11, a Boeing 767 en route from Boston to Los Angeles, was carrying 81 passengers, 9 flight attendants, and 2 pilots. It crashed into the tower of New York's World Trade Center at 8:45 a.m., September the 11th. United Airlines Flight 175, a Boeing 767, bound from Boston to Los Angeles, carrying 56 passengers, 2 pilots, and 7 flight attendants, crashed into the other tower of the World Trade Center shortly after 9 a.m. 92 deceased on the first aircraft, 63 on the second. American Airlines Flight 77, Boeing 757 en route from Dulles Airport near Washington to Los Angeles, was carrying 58 passengers, 4 flight attendants, 2 pilots. It crashed into the Pentagon at 9:40 a.m. 64 deceased. United Airlines. Flight 93, a Boeing 757, en route from Newark, New Jersey to San Francisco, was carrying 38 passengers, 2 pilots, 5 flight attendants, crashed southeast of Pittsburgh at 10 a.m. 45 people deceased.
The firemen assembled here, the police officers, FBI agents, and you can see the 2 towers. A huge explosion now, raining debris on all of us. We better get out of the way!
The entire building has just collapsed.
The whole side has collapsed?
The whole building has collapsed.
The whole building has collapsed?
The building has collapsed.
Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror.
This country will not relent until we have saved ourselves and others from the terrible tragedy that came upon America.
My prayer today is that we will feel the loving arms of God wrapped around us, and will know in our hearts that He will never forsake us as we trust in Him.
From sea to shining sea.
We are here in the middle hour of our grief. So many have suffered so great a loss, and today we express our nation's sorrow. We come before God to pray for the missing and the dead, and for those who love them. On this National Day of Prayer and Remembrance, we ask Almighty God to watch over our nation and grant us patience and resolve in all that is to come. May He comfort our own, and may He always guide our country.
Just before I got up on this pile of rubble that turned out to be a destroyed fire truck, somebody handed me a megaphone. I didn't have any prepared remarks. But I knew I could cobble something together in front of the crowd that would comfort and reassure them.
Thank you all. I want you all to know you can't go any louder. I want you all to know that America today is on bended knee in prayer for the people whose lives were lost here, for the workers who work here, for the families who mourn. This nation stands with the good people of New York City and New Jersey and Connecticut.
I was up there trying to say something about how we cared about them, and the country was supporting them, and the guy kept screaming, "I can't hear you, I can't hear you." And I yelled back through the megaphone, "I hear you, the world hears you, and the people who did this will soon hear from us."
I can hear you, the rest of the world hears you, and the people who knocked these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
Our loss on 9/11 was so profound that it required a response of strength and optimism. Architects and engineers, planners and builders, rescuers and survivors have come together to fulfill a vision for the new World Trade Center.
This is not just rebuilding any site. This is ground zero. This is, in every way, something in the center of the world. And everyone is looking to how the rebuilding will happen. And so it's the balance between tragedy and hope. It's the balance between the memory of what happened and also using the opportunity to create a 21st century New York.
This is our new city. Soaring skyscrapers, a gateway for the world, a museum to remember the past, and a memorial to honor the fallen. With this city, America is rising.
You're starting to see life in this hole that's in the ground. And now people are amazed by what's going on here when they walk by. They want to see and they want to take pictures. And now you're starting to feel good about it again.
50 years from now, when none of us are around to tell the story, people from around the country and around the world will come and look and say, they did it right.
I want the world to really understand what really took place here. There's hope now, and I go to sleep every night, and I'm at peace, because it's happening.
After years of debate, study, and design, Lipscomb's revelation at Bedrock became a master plan, a vision that would honor the fallen and lay out a future for a new World Trade Center.
My idea was not to build on the space where people were murdered, to leave that space completely open, to leave it as a memorial.
The footprints of the missing Twin Towers will be transformed into the two largest man-made waterfalls in North America. The names of each 9/11 victim will surround them, so families and all people have a place to mourn those who died that day. The memorial pools will be surrounded by an 8-acre park, filled with trees relocated from the sites of the other attacks that day, at the Pentagon and the crash site of Flight 93 in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. A new museum will be built to tell the story of September 11th. It will surround 2 steel columns known as tridents, the only intact remnants of the original Twin Towers. The master plan will create a new gateway, a central train station that will welcome 1 million visitors and commuters every week. For Lipscomb, the key to a new World Trade Center was not to simply reconstruct the Twin Towers as they were.
One of my ideas was to distribute density into 5 buildings and create a spiral very much analogous to the spiral in Lady Liberty's hand of the Torch of Liberty. You will see a spiral ascending to the tallest building, Tower number 1.
Tower 1 will rise 105 stories to a staggering 1,776 feet, 400 feet taller than the Twin Towers. The tallest and strongest building in American history.